Hello and welcome everyone to this month's session of Thought Leader Talks. Our thought leader for the month is Cyril Louis, CEO of the MavericxAgency, a Salesforce MVP and platform champion. Cyril is also very active in Ohana, a 17x Salesforce certified leader of the Switzerland Geneva Trailblazer community group and part of the organizing team of Skiforce, the highest European Salesforce community event. Hi, Cyril. Looking forward to an awesome chatter with you.
Thank you.
So, Cyril, let's start with your role in Ohana. So, you've been very active in the Trailblazer community. What advice would you give someone aspiring to become a Trailblazer? Is it a long road of acquiring badges and certifications?
Yes, thank you for this opportunity to share some insights with the whole community. So it's really a pleasure. So regarding your question, what kind of advice? The first one will be ready to jump into it. Do not hesitate. Of course, when you start something from scratch, you will say it's a lot. So, but everyone has been a beginner one day, so it could be long, but everything that you will learn, every step that you will do, will bring you closer to your final objective. So first objective is do not hesitate, really jump into it, even if it can be a long road.
Okay.
And the second objective is, as soon as you have started this journey, it will be, do not try to overload your targets. Do not try to say I need to be certified in X and Y and Z within the next 2 months.
Right.
It makes no sense. It will just discourage you. So try to do be smart on your journey. Start small. Keep focus on your target, and you will succeed. And as soon as you have reached this kind of role, you can repeat with the next one.
Okay.
So you also raised the question regarding badges and certifications.
Yes.
So it could be long.
Okay.
On my side, I'm not trying to find too many badges. I just use the platform to progressively learn.
Okay.
So it will be long, and it's also because the platform itself is growing so fast,
right,
that Salesforce is bringing tons of innovation. You know that,
right,
three major releases a year, etc.,
right,
etc. So the ecosystem, the Salesforce ecosystem is growing so fast that you will always have something to learn. So don't push too much.
Okay.
The Salesforce will tell you what you will have to learn afterward.
Okay.
And this is exactly what is this Trailblazer community about. It's blazing new trails, learning new things, discovering new trends, and continue your trail. It's really a journey, and there is no end of the journey. You will keep continue to learn stuff.
Okay, that's true. Continuous learning, right?
Exact.
So Cyril, you are a 17x Salesforce certified leader. So what resources have you found useful as you had pursued and will pursue your certifications and badges?
So first of all, you may find a lot of people in the globe that have many more badges or many more certification than I do own, because I'm not chasing badges and certification. I just, I do have some, but it's not a final target for me. I told you, it's just continuous learning. And sometimes while you're learning stuff, you said, okay, it's maybe a good opportunity to make sure that I have understood this topic. And one of the best way is to pass a badge or to pass a certification. But I don't want to learn badges just to say,
for the heck of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I see the value just to validate my knowledge, or also to anticipate a specific real case scenario that I know I will need or I will have to implement in real life in a project. In that case, of course, the best resource is Trailhead. Trailhead, it's free, it's fun, and it's always up to date. The latest topics are already on Trailhead. So if you want to learn new topics, you will find it in each street. This is super great. Okay. And for certification, another tips would be on top of the Trailhead badges or all the different projects that you can do is the Trailhead Academy. I'm not sure if everybody is aware of it, but the Trailhead Academy is instructor-led courses. You will have a dedicated instructor to guide you in a specific process. And one of the target of this process is the certification. So you will really have all the good insights to guide you to the certification on one specific product. So this is great. And the last resource, I would say, is the Trailblazer community itself. Could it be online or in person? So you can also join your local community, and it's one of the best opportunity for you to share questions, to raise questions, to get some answers, and also to find motivation with your peers. So the Trailblazer community is also one of the key resources.
Okay, that's great. So tell us more about Skiforce. How has it been organizing the highest European Salesforce event? And would you all be hosting it again in person this year?
Yes. So about Skiforce. So the name Skiforce obviously is skiing plus SalesforceEvent. So we merge different Salesforce community leaders, and all of them are some ski or snowboard fans.
Oh, wow.
We maintained we merged different user community to launch Salesforce conference, and we said it will be in a mountain, so we could enjoy Salesforce conferences, knowledge sharing, and enjoy the slopes afterwards. And we name it the highest European Salesforce Community event. It's just a fun way to name it, because a lot of people in the community try to have the biggest one, to grow. It's not our case. We want to be. Our goal is to remain small enough to bring all of the people in the same hotel to share the same slopes. But still, we are the highest. We are something like on top of the mountain. So it's just a fun way.
Right. And I think that's the essence of Ohana, to learn and have fun while doing it, It's
Yes, true. And for us, it's just an opportunity to meet our Ohana family, and the attendees, the speakers, the sponsors. It's always a fun way to do so. And for an opportunity to meet again in person. So the situation in the world is getting better and better. We now have kind of solution or guidelines. So we will come back early next year. Yeah, some news should come soon on the website. But yes, we will come early next year.
That's great. So talking about Ohana, Salesforce is very focused on Ohana, on the spirit of fellowship and giving back. For a newbie Salesforce person, what pointers would you give them to reach out to and form connections with the community at large?
Yeah, I will give 2 tips, I would say. The first one will be to have a look on the internet to find where is the closest Trailblazer community groups and to join it. You will feel the local community, you will build up your network, you will share the same passion about the solution, you will network, learn, share, and maybe find some friends, within your local community. And the other one is to join those community online also, just to have this kind of insights that will come from the community itself. So you can join the groups online, but you could also join the community on Twitter. So the Salesforce Ohana community is super active on Twitter. So you will find a lot of knowledge on Twitter. And if you have questions, we still have all this global Twitter Salesforce community have a dedicated hashtag, which is hashtag #AskForce. So if you have a question, you can just post on Twitter #AskForce, and someone within the community across the globe will try to jump into the discussion and to share some tips. So it's another way to feel this Ohana. So one is in real life and the other one is online.
Right. Moving on to your area of specialty, marketing. So digital marketing has been a lifeline in our pandemic era, and it has enabled organizations to connect with remote customers. What are the features of Marketing Cloud that you found helpful to facilitate your customers' requirements for digital-centered engagement?
Yeah, so yeah, first of all, it is true that
Right.
this pandemic has been like a super challenge for all the digital marketers in the world, and I would say that talking about Marketing Clouds, more than just highlighting a feature, I would just say that the product itself, it's the philosophy of the product to facilitate digital engagement with the customer. It's the whole philosophy of the product.
Okay.
So if we need to highlight one feature, I would say automation to facilitate the engagement.
Okay.
So the tool will help you guys to find it's quite basic to say, but I have to say that, to find the right content to send it to this at the right time using the right channel. But it's much than that. The product will really help you to do so. It's not like future or science fiction. It is real. It is here. So the product has kind of features to define what is the best channel. You will have like predictive recommendation to send the best product. You will have optimization to find when to send it.
Right.
And it was the case before the pandemic. It's even more the case today because the brain should really emphasize all the digital channels to have a chance to engage with their customer. So leveraging the powerful of this kind of platform like Marketing Cloud is super key today for digital marketers, more than before. So I would say.
So you make the right touch points with the customer.
Yeah.
Right. Salesforce released its 7th State of Marketing survey. What are your takeaways from it, and what marketing trends do you predict for 2022?
Yeah, so from the survey, indeed, it is quite recent. So it has been released during the pandemic, so a few months ago in August. So the marketers was already in that weird period.
Right.
So the first takeaway is that the marketers that answered this survey were still quite optimistic about the future. So this is good, and actually they are a vast majority of them. They're still expecting revenue growth for the next 12 to 18 months. So this is quite encouraging, I would say, quite good.
Okay.
And another takeaway is about the growth of very specific topics in this digital marketing area, about how to merge digital identities and how to leverage the first-party data. Those two topics, it's topics that are linked to the concept of CDP, Customer Data Platform. So we are seeing in this survey that we are moving from DMP to CDP, and also Salesforce is pushing a lot, promoting the CDP. So again, Salesforce is super aligned with the trend, and it is what we see also. So marketers are expecting tools that will help you to identify the same person within different digital identities, and to rely on first-party data to avoid, the first-party cookies and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I would say for the trends for next year, I would say more and more the impact, the evolution of the customer engagement strategy. So it will be completely changed for the brands. And we see that with many brands, many companies, when we used to have like in-person events, it's not the case anymore, or less than before. Perfect example was Dreamforce. So you see this experience this year, completely reinvented, fully online. So it is one of the trends. It will be online virtual events, I think. So it will be how to engage with new channels. So new channels will be the video. So not just to share like a live streaming, but also to engage live video.
To make it interactive.
Exact. I think this new channel will be a big trend, and of course the social media, because the usage of social media are still growing, and we have new social media that are coming, like TikTok. So you will see, and TikTok is mixing social media plus video, so it's quite interesting to see how it evolves.
Right. Right. That's true. So apart from, when we compare Pardot and Marketing Cloud, apart from Pardot being B2B driven and Marketing Cloud being B2C focused, what are the other key differentiators between them, and what would you recommend for B2B2C?
Yes, good question. I would say that there is difference between Pardot and Marketing Cloud. So some differences exist, of course.
Right.
But I would never say that Pardot is more B2B and Marketing Cloud is more B2C.
Okay.
I know that a lot of consultants or people are explaining that, including some Salesforce executives, by the way. But I think it's just a shortcut to ease the introduction of the product.
Okay.
I do have some B2C companies that are customers that are using Pardot, and some B2B that are using Marketing Cloud. So it's much more selecting the good product based on the use case you would like to achieve. So I would say my recommendation would be, what are your use cases? What you would like to achieve? Is it more focusing on acquisition or in retention of your customer? Do you want to attract more leads or to retain customer?
Okay.
Do you need to use like lead scoring or lead grading? Do you need to engage in different multiple channels at the same time? And based on the different answer, I will tell you which is the best solution. And sometimes it is both solution. I have customers who are using Pardot and marketing. But if I have to answer your question, in Pardot, you will have scoring and grading that you don't have in Marketing Cloud. And in Marketing Cloud, you will be able to engage in different channels, more channels that you have in Pardot. So it will depend.
Retention.
It's more. It will depend on use cases. Yes.
Okay. And what would you recommend for B2B2C? A mix of both, or once again, case to case?
Yeah, case to case. B2B2C, I have many cases in mind, but I will not share names of customers, but some of them would like to better engage with their partner, their reseller, their retailer. And at the end, the final customer will buy from the reseller. So they have like much more a partner strategy. So in that case, maybe the B2B automation will be more accurate. So you will have to identify, nurture your partner with content to make sure that they will remain loyal to you. But on the other hand, you want your brand to be visible. So you will have to promote your brand across different channels. So it could be a mix between Pardot, much more to engage with your retailer, and then grow your brand across all the different channels. Could be on the social media, could be via push notification, mobile app, etc. using Marketing Cloud. Okay,
that's a very good answer.
Thank you.
So, moving on to the next gen marketing, which involves AI and ML, they're adding phenomenal insights and capabilities to MarTech. What are the ways organizations can use Salesforce Einstein to raise their marketing, to raise the bar as far as their marketing capabilities are concerned?
Yeah. So, first of all, it is also something like I see a lot with my customer. They're really trying to maximize their return on investment on the Salesforce Marketing Cloud platform. So they'll say, could you help me to see how to raise my value, how to bring more innovation and to increase my marketing capability with the platform? And sometimes I just have to say, do you know that you have this feature, which is AI, all about AI, And sometimes the customer just don't know that Salesforce bring a lot of AI in their marketing cloud solution to indeed increase the marketing capabilities.
Okay.
There's something that I often say, it's data is the new gold,
yes,
and AI is the new normal. Today you have to use AI. You don't need to be a data scientist. It is a good thing, because Salesforce is doing such a great work to deliver this to you.
okay.
What Salesforce used to say in the past, data scientist as a service, it's this new position.
Okay.
So within Marketing Cloud, you have a lot of Einstein AI features. The first one is to engagement scoring. It will help you to anticipate the customer's likelihood to react to your campaign. So you will only focus on the best customer for your campaign. So it will have a direct impact on the performance of your campaign. You can have also Einstein splits. So again, the AI will help you to identify different persona and using different paths within your customer journey, again, to increase the performance based on the predicted actions and or persona of your customer. If you would like to easily optimize your campaign, you could also ask the system to give you insight on what will be the best product, the best content. Also, you have Einstein recommendation and Einstein content selection that will help you to push the best product in your communication. Could it be in an email or on your website? You can also push your product on your website, and it's the AI of Salesforce that will do so. So you have plenty of AI solution. One of them is about send time optimization. So what is the best time to contact my customer? So a great automation that could be useful.
Right.
And you can even have, especially on your social media, stuff like Einstein Vision and Einstein Language. So you will have sentiment analysis. So is the customer talking to my brand goodly or badly? And you can also proactively engage with your customer. If someone is just posting a picture of your brand with no at mention, no hashtag, but Einstein will recognize your logo. And you will be able to engage with the customer proactively. So you have tons of AI already today available, and more to come, I think.
Right. So it's a matter of knowing about it and then plug and play, kind of. So
most of the time, yes.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. And what are the recent enhancements to Marketing Cloud in the spring and summer 21 releases that you're thrilled about?
A lot.
Okay. So, name your top two, top three.
Yeah. So I would say one thing that Salesforce worked a lot and is increasing between all the different releases is how now all the marketing suite is more and more integrated with the core solution platform. So all the knowledge that you will have on your customer on Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Commerce Cloud, whatever will be now, it's kind of easily integrated to feed the Marketing Cloud engine. It will help you to have a better insight, a better segmentation, a better recommendation. So this kind of integration is going more and more deep and more native. So this is great. Yeah, this is great. But one thing I don't see yet, and I'm not the only one to wait for it. I know a lot of people in the community and using Marketing Cloud.
Your wish list.
Yeah. On not only mine. It's how to have access to a sandbox in Marketing Cloud. So sandbox is a topic because we are so used to have it in the core platform, in sales, service, and community, or whatever. We don't have in Marketing Cloud. Sometimes it's quite weird to don't understand why. Sometimes, so if we need to anticipate your customer journey, or if you want to synchronize Marketing Cloud with a sandbox in sales or service side, you need to use workarounds in Marketing Cloud, like connecting a dedicated Marketing Cloud business units with another org. It's not a best experience. It's not even a native experience is just
Right.
workaround. So I hope, and I think I'm not the only one.
Right. And I think sandbox testing is so ingrained in the Salesforce, culture that you really must be feeling the absence of it there.
Yeah. So we have use cases for testing stuff, but we also have the use case for learning the platform. So a lot of developer, a lot of administrator, consultant learn Salesforce by practicing in Salesforce. If you want to learn Marketing Cloud and you have no access to practice, it's even stuff. It's a big stuff. Yeah,
that's true. And what are your thoughts on the new directions that Salesforce is taking with its acquisition of Slack and its leap into streaming media with Salesforce Plus? How do you envision them all tying together to create an awesome Salesforce experience?
So for Salesforce Plus, so it's super new, so I don't have a huge feedback to give on it, but I would say it's a nice way to stay up to date. You will have a lot of content. You can learn, you can be educated on the new product. So I think it's a great add-on on top of Trailhead, because sometimes Trailhead is all about hands-on. So you don't need to practice. Sometimes you just need to have an highlight or a live demo of a product. So I think you will be able to find this on Salesforce Plus. So this is good. And for Slack, I'm a huge fan of Slack. And I think it is also a use asset for the Salesforce platform. A lot of people just see Slack as a collaboration tool, like sometimes a competitor of Chatter, I would say.
That's true.
Yeah, it is. So you can do collaboration with Slack, of course, but it is much more than just a collaboration. It's all about workflows and integration between people. So it's between employees, but also you can also link with partners, with customers. So this is super great. I saw someone from this someone actually is the Slack CEO, Stuart Butterfield. Yeah, he said you can see MuleSoft. MuleSoft is integration for computer, and Slack is integration for humans. So you can see it like it's the unified UI for business processes, and it will really automate your processes across different systems. But everything will be just merge and show up in Slack, and Slack will be the one-stop shop for your employees. So this is going to happen. This is why Salesforce is also promoting Slack as your digital HQ. So everything will be within Slack, and then you will be able to automate. I have plenty of use cases. I have already worked on Slack for companies, for customers, and sometimes even to automate processes that are not in the Salesforce ecosystem. So you can automate processes, for instance, to publish content in your website using a CMS, but the whole process will be within Slack. So it's also, it's Slack is super powerful regarding automation of processes. So I think it's also one of the next step, automation. You may be aware, I assume, that Salesforce bought an RPA solution recently. So I think Salesforce is going into RPA automation, and Slack can be the core UI to automate all this kind of process.
Yeah, digital workplace of sorts.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Cyril. We've had a lovely chat, and you've provided great information, which I'm sure our readers and our viewers are going to find very helpful. Thanks a lot, and all the best for your future ventures for Mavericks. And hope to chat with you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.